So I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about self-care. Self-care is a very difficult concept, I think. It was for me, especially being the mother of a child with medical complexities and extra needs. I remember when I first found the doctor here where I live, about 5 years ago when we moved here, and he said to me, "Have you ever flown?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Do you remember what they said about the oxygen mask?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes. It's so annoying. They tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and then you put it on your loved ones." I said, "I wouldn't do that." He said, "Well, then you're laying on the floor unconscious, and so is everybody around you, because you didn't take care of yourself first. You are no good, Liz," he said, "no good to anybody else unless you're taking care of you." So that kind of started my journey with self-care. And here I am 5 years later. Now, I could talk about it. I could lead a support group. I could talk to 10, 15 women in a room about self-care and how important it is. But I wasn't doing it. So fast forward to June of this year. I'd gotten home from vacation. I had gained 10 pounds just that week. I was the highest weight I had been in a long time. I felt terrible. Oh my gosh, terrible. I was tired every day. I would fall asleep when I got home from work, sometimes on the floor because I'd be hanging out with my kids, and next thing I know, I'm like really sleeping. I had headaches almost every day. It was a good day. It was a rarity when I didn't have a headache. I was gaining weight very quickly. I saw a picture from vacation, and it was like my, okay, it's time moment. You feel like crap. You don't look great. And when you start to not feel good about your weight and how you look, at least for me, nothing else really mattered. I didn't want to do my makeup in the morning. I didn't want to buy new clothes because I was going up and up and up and up in sizes. So in June of this year, I started my weight loss journey, which turned into a health journey, putting what my body needs into my body. I started drinking half my body weight in water. I started to exercise. And what I would have told you before is I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to take care of myself. I was living on donuts and fountain drink Cokes from McDonald's. Like, I actually would be in a meeting at work and be like, I need a McDonald's fountain drink. So then I would leave to go home from work and I would grab it on my way home. So Coke and donuts and fast food and just crap all of the time. I think one of the things that I get all the time is, how do you have the time for it? I make it. I make time for it. I get up early. It's not even 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. And I got up and I showered and I got dressed. I have my coffee before the kids get out of bed. I exercise usually in the mornings at 5 a.m. So from 5 to 6 is my time. My time to fill my cup, my time to get my exercise in, my time to journal or pray or read or meditate or whatever I want to do. And then in the evening, I try to take 10 to 15 minutes after everybody's in bed. I'm really tired at that point. But just to journal a little more, to think about the day, to think about what I'm grateful for, to kind of get my head, in the right place for sleep. And then in the mornings, try to get my head in the right place for my day. And there are exceptions to this, of course. My son has night nursing, and if he doesn't have a nurse the night before, I'm not going to kill myself to get up an hour early because I've been up with him through the night. If my son's at the hospital, I do what I can. I drink my water. I eat as well as I can eat, which honestly, you can eat pretty well at a hospital. It's boring. It's just like grilled chicken and salads every single day. And then fruit. They have some fruit. But you can eat while at the hospital. You can drink while at the hospital. You can walk around the ward that your son is in and get your exercise, or even just your steps in. So there are things you can do. There are things I can do whenever it's not convenient or the best time. But frankly, when I don't do these things for myself, I don't feel well. I'm in a funk all day long. I feel kind of glazed over because either I slept too much or my sleep wasn't good, my body needed exercise. I think if you start with just one small thing and see what your self-care journey looks like. But guys, you got to put that oxygen mask on first, or you're no good to anyone around you. Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel, and if there is anything that you would like to talk about, just send me a message.